Look at yellow.
Good morning, everyone. We're here. We are here. What's up, everybody?
Welcome.
Good morning.
Hey,
Good morning.
Hey, D.
Hey.
Hi.
Didn't I just see you?
Hey.
Didn't I just see you yesterday?
I know, right? Working it out. Hello, March.
Indeed.
We are here.
Woo.
Wow.
We blinked.
Women's History Month.
Man.
Yes.
Like,
that's
oh my
correct.
gosh, y'all. It
Women's
is
History Month.
March. I can remember we was just talking about, hey, what were our goals for, the new year?
Yes.
Talking about that in January. And here we are. And it is a new month. It is a beautiful new day.
Yes.
And we are talking about change.
Woo.
Yes. And how to embrace it. Right? So we all go through changes. And we're going to talk about that because life is changes. That's it. It's just a part of life, right? So we're going to go into that. We're colorful. We're bright today. Welcome. Y'all come on in and let's spread a little positivity throughout the world.
And embrace change.
And embrace change. Now, before we get started, hi, everybody, again.
Hi,
Welcome in.
sunshine.
Hi to my replay viewers as well. All right, so what I did today, because I wanted to have some fun, I have a bowl of fruit, and each one of my panelists gonna grab a piece of fruit that they feel like pretty much like I guess identifies with you, or a piece of fruit that you like, and how is that fruit similar to you? All right, I'm gonna start first because I'm the host. All right, so I'm going to get a lemon because I have my yellow, so that's right. But I'm going to go in more details. All right, you go.
I will pick the mango.
And
Okay.
make sure you introduce yourself. Tell them who you
So
are.
I am Kirsten Bendon. So glad to be back this time and talking about change. Hi, Dee.
So what's the next fruit? What are we going for? I don't know what I don't know. Is this? I know. I'm shocked.
Right now, I
Okay, that's not fair. Okay, but you gotta go into some more details in a minute.
In a minute.
Okay.
It smells so good. Ooh, it
like that. I'm
smells
grown up, also known as Dr. G,
Yes.
and I'm going for the plum.
Okay.
Plums have two different
missing,
colors.
but we'll get them next time. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
if they're looking for Griselda, she couldn't be with us today, but she is with us in spirit.
Yeah, she'll be back. Should we
put a fruit aside for her?
Yes.
What do you
I
think?
think Griselda would be.
She's crisp.
Yes.
Like
she would
apple.
be the apple. Griselda
Completely
would
agree.
definitely be
The apple.
the apple.
Got it.
Yes. All right, guys. So let me introduce myself. I am DeAndrea Washington. I am your fitness coach, your fitness professional. I am your fitness inspiration. And I wanted to create this platform to just basically just inspire people to live, a healthier lifestyle and enjoy it, and always live through positivity and keep yourself lifted up and keep others lifted up as well. And so today, and hi to my YouTube family as well. We're streaming live on YouTube as well. Hello, my Facebook viewers. And so I wanted to do this little, I guess you could say, game or whatever with my panelists because I thought it would be fun. So why did I choose the lemon? I chose the lemon because it's not a sweet fruit, right? But one thing about the lemon is we can add it to sweet foods and savory foods, and it gives it a different flavor, right? So I can add this to cookies, cakes, pies, right?
Yes.
And I can make lemonade. I I can make like lemonade out of this, so a sweet drink, correct? And we can put this in our tea. It also has so many different health benefits. You know, when we're sick, we can put use lemon in our teas, right?
Yes.
Also, when we going through like when we want to, maybe just help our body to, shed fat or, lose weight. People often put lemon in their water, correct? So, and also when you're eating a savory dish, like maybe salmon, you cut the lemon right and squeeze the lemon on that. So this fruit is diverse, just like me. I'm diverse. I love a diverse group of people. I love people. I'm very diverse and I adapt well to change. And this is why I chose this fruit because it can go on so many different dishes and it doesn't have to stay, I guess you could say, bitter. Right? it can go into something and all together turn to a sweet taste. And that is me, sweetness.
Indeed. That's a perfect ending.
Next.
I'll go next. All right. So I've got the mango. And I did not have the benefit of thinking about it ahead of time. But while you were talking,
have to do that. That's not fair.
while you were talking, I was thinking about it. And the flesh of the mango is sweet and lush and it's soft. But the interior is really tough, right? Right at the inside. I mean, you really have to get the flesh off of that. And that's very much like me, very sweet on the outside, but man, when it comes down to it, tough on the inside.
Yes.
Right?
I like that. I like that.
So, and plus I love it. I love this fruit. It tastes so good.
It does. I love mangoes.
I love mangoes.
Mango
as well.
tango. Mango tango. So I guess it's my turn. Well, in addition to being a Georgia peach, there's this thing that I just have with peaches. I went to college in Peach County. So the peach brings back a lot of memories because I remember the first day I went to Fort Valley, Georgia, I could smell the peaches. And being in that space, it brings back the memories of a good time in life. Going through a change. You're going from high school to college and you have a little bit of independence.
Right.
And not only that, I love the way peaches smell. I do have to wash off all the fuzz.
Fuzz, yeah.
Because it's not the fuzz will make my lips itch. But I love peaches because they're sweet. It's rare that you're gonna find a bitter peach. But I love them because they're sweet and they're juicy. And when they are in season, you know they're in season. You can smell them. You know that they're there. And the colors are so pretty, from a yellow to a peach color to an orange to a red, even down to little hints of purple. I just love this fruit. And when you pulled out the bowl, I didn't even see that there was a peach in there. And this is actually my favorite fruit.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I picked it. It brings back memories of childhood because my mother would make some good peach cobbler. I can't have that right now. I'm trying to eat right. But just even family, it reminds me of my family. Sundays,
very nice.
Peach cobbler. My grandmother always makes peach cobbler. I love peach ice cream. I love all things peach. And so I like that what it also represents. For me, a peach to me also looks like my booty. And it
Love it. Love it.
It also reminds me of a heart.
I love it.
It also reminds me of a heart.
Very
So
nice.
I love the peach
Yeah.
for that.
Excellent.
And
I love it.
Peach.
little peach.
Yes, it's getting ready to be peach
It's
season.
about to be peach season.
So let me do some shout outs right quick. Now, if I say your name wrong, please forgive me. Can you pronounce that for me?
La Pichette. La Pichette.
Oh, I love it. Good morning. Good morning to you. And good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dana. Hi, Mama.
Dana's my sister.
Yes. Good
It's her
morning,
first time.
everyone. Good morning. Good morning. And Dr. Rona.
That's my little sis. Yes, Dana. Okay. My fruit. I chose a plum. And it's real simplistic as to why I chose this plum. Plums are always changing. You don't know what you're going to get. It can be black. It can be red. Sometimes it's a little yellowish green until it's ready. And I consider myself an all-around individual. I can be whatever I need to be for the moment. And I like change. I don't like being the same. So that's why I like plums, because you don't know what you're going to get when you come see the Rona.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Okay, guys. Well, that was just a fun little demonstration I wanted to do. And you guys can hold on to your fruit if you like.
Can I eat mine?
Yes, absolutely. I washed it and everything. Notice the stickers are off.
Yes.
Okay, the stickers are off. Okay, so now we got to get into it. I'm saying some hellos. Hello to hi, Mom. Good morning. Thank you. You like my yellow?
Oh,
Yes. Okay, and hey, what's up? What's up? All right. Dana says Rona is my big sister.
Hey, Dana.
All right, hey Dana, it's a plum. Love it. Yes. All right, so now we're gonna get into our topic. We're embracing change. And as we all know, change comes with aging. Change comes every day, right?
Yes, it does.
But we have to age. That's a part of life. We're gonna get older every year. But our goal is, of course, aging gracefully.
Yes.
Correct. And we're going to talk about some of the things that we go through as we age. I'm not going to stay on one particular thing, but we are going to talk about some things that we go through as we age. Okay. All right. So I chose this topic because, after, being in the health and fitness industry for, 24 years, I deal with so many different clients, and a lot of my clients go through different phases of their life. And the first one that, I pretty much want to deal with is just, how important it is to embrace change, how important that is to your overall health and well-being, correct? We want to go through it in a positive light. Yes. Even though some things might not be, we might not feel like it's positive, correct? We might feel like, why is my vision blurred? As far as like with me, it was, a couple of years ago, I could see everything fine. I could see the words from there, but now not so much. And so I would have to start, wearing glasses now. So those, and how you embrace those changes. Well, now I look forward to being able to wear my glasses. I picked out a beautiful pair of glasses, so I'm excited about that. So memory changes, your hair change, like you start seeing the gray hairs, your skin elasticity, your endurance, your muscles, after you your water. After you work out, you might not recover as fast, as we get age, as you age, your personality might, change a little bit, we get a bit more wisdom. Well, we should get, more wisdom. Digestion, your metabolism might be a bit slower. Yes. So those are things that, we go through. And I'll say, so before I really get deep dive into this, we go into the details with this, consult your physician. I always say this, make sure you get your annual checkups, because, your body changes year after year. That's why we should go, annually, or some people might go more, but at least annually. Go to your doctor. Yes. Don't self-diagnose.
Don't Google diagnose.
And don't Google. And if you do Google just to see how, you still want to
use it as an overview.
Yeah, use it absolutely. Absolutely, you know. So I wanted to just throw that in there. None of us are physicians like that. We're not here to tell you, you know, what to do. I'm just here to just share and give you that inspiration and give you that positive message and give you a bit of, you know, education on things that you might go through in life and how you're going to make that better with your overall health and wellness. Okay, everybody. So I pose a question to my panel and to you guys as well. You know, how do we take care of ourselves through changes, such as, you know, with women, perimenopause, menopause, you know, our hair, you know, your hair starts graying. That with men too, with your gray hair, hair loss, vision, etc. You know, these are things that we go through as we age. How do you create a positive outlook on life through these changes? And how do you embrace that change, Shanta?
So I look at it, and I'm going to give you this water while I
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I want to make sure you have a clear throat. So for me, embracing change, I think is just inevitable. It's the natural flow of life. I know sometimes we all wish we could be Benjamin Button, but even that had its downfalls when we look at that movie. Just when he got in touch with people and could make connections, they began to leave him. But I do think we have to, for me, I embrace change as something good. I have gone through those moments of, am I going through the change? Am I not going through the change? I look at just change as making it something you want it to be. And when I say that, it's if you are going through, as women, I've gone through the fluctuation of weight, but I was still going to be fly in that change. Even if it was times I didn't feel 100, I said, okay, this is a part of the change in life, whether it be the little gray hairs. And my mother is, if she didn't color, she'd probably be all gray because my grandmother is literally just snow white hair. It is beautiful. But I do look forward to that. I look forward to the different signs that we get because as we change, for me, it means I'm still alive. The moment I stop changing, that means I'm dead. And I know we all have to leave one day, and I don't want to sound morbid, but I do feel like change is also growth. To be able to say you are able to live through the changes and you can share with people, other women, even men, what that's like. I think for me, that's how I embrace it. I embrace it as part of the natural flow of life. It's almost like Mufasa and the Lion King. It's the circle of life.
Yes.
So it's
Let me start singing that song.
right. It's like this peach. In order for this peach to be so pretty like it is, it had to go through a change. For a butterfly to become beautiful, this beautiful butterfly, it goes through a you ever see the lifespan of a butterfly? It goes through a horrendous change, but it ends up being beautiful. And it's all about going through the process. It's a process. And I want to go through the process, through all of it.
Absolutely.
All of it.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's how I do it.
Do a few shout outs right quick. And that was David. Hi, David. I had to think of your name. I've seen so long. Forgive me. It's been so long. Yes. And Dana says her taste buds and sleep patterns are changing. That is definitely. I'm glad you said that, Dana. Says yes, that is absolutely. Hi, Melissa.
Hey.
Yes, that is definitely one of the changes. I experienced that too.
Now
Certain things I used to
clock.
eat. Yeah, I do too. Certain things I used to eat, I don't anymore. Like it just doesn't taste. So that's a very good one. Very good.
You had Sean, somebody named Sean. Join. Hey, Sean.
Hi, Sean. All right.
That's it for me. We all gonna do it. Let's do it together.
Indeed.
I think that's the
right.
fun part about doing this,
Yes.
having like a platform like this to talk about this and not be in a no judgment zone. So I think that's another good thing about change.
Absolutely.
We can do it with other people.
Absolutely.
And we can be old sitting on the front porch drinking sweet tea with a little bit of lemon in it together.
Also, you know what I want to touch on right quick, and then we're going to go to Rona next. So the other day, when we were trying, and the phone kept ringing, right? Mm-hmm. And that was change. And, she's a very demanding job. And the day before the session, we went smooth, no interruption, nothing. But that day, it was like, she had call after call after call. And she's like, D, I'm so sorry. D, I'm so sorry. And I was like, I just said, okay, because it was different. It was change. And you have to be patient with it, And at the end of the session, she was like, D, thank you so much for being patient with me. Yes, things happen.
And it was a crazy day.
Yeah, it was a crazy day.
But guess what? Interrupted 7 times?
Probably about 7
Right.
Right.
And those kind of calls, you got to step outside to take the call. I think we interrupted about 7 times.
But you know what? We got it done.
Yes, we did. It was a good workout.
Because I understand every day is not going to be the exact same thing. And so you got to learn how to adapt to change. And you adapt to change, you'll get over the hump of it, and then it's smooth sailing. You got it done.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Rona?
All right. For me, change.
Groovy glasses.
With the groovy glasses.
For me, change.
We get a close up on the glasses.
Both pair are purple. If you cannot see, both pair are purple.
For me, change. I look at it as an opportunity to grow. It's real simple for me. Every aspect of my life that I see a change, I'm like, ooh, I've grown. I'm progress. For example, I like to use that as I've gotten older, I don't have to have an excuse for what I say and how I say it and when I say it. Now I can say it, not necessarily to offend anyone, but I can say it and not have to justify what I said and why I said it. When you're younger, you're thinking about, well, I'm saying this because. I don't do that anymore. I say what I mean when I say, and I don't stutter when I speak. Woo! I move forward.
Hear, hear.
Things that happen in life, as far as change, that I won't say that I don't like, that just show up, like when I start seeing gray hair in my eyebrows, I was like, ooh, okay. I act like it wasn't even there. You know what I did? I took the little colored brush, put it on there, and kept it moving. So you have to address certain aspects of change in your life in a positive way, and none of them I consider negative. You just have to adjust accordingly and allow your body to just receive, and you embrace and expose it in a manner in which you're comfortable. So some individuals choose not to color their hair. Some choose to just color the edges. Some choose to wear makeup. It's just so many. Some choose to wear larger clothes. For me, I just act like, I'm just saying, even when I'm exercising, I'm like, I'm exercising like I was 25.
Yes, she does.
So you just have to
Lays it all out there.
receive it. I mean, you receive it and you make adjustments accordingly, but I just act like it's not even there. I'm like, you know what, D, we can still do 75 pounds. Let's roll. So again, just according to your body, make whatever necessary adjustments, but just receive it. Whatever you don't like, just adjust it.
Almost like the temperature in the car.
Absolutely.
Just adjust it to fit your
I like that, Shanti. You're right, because temperature,
Absolutely.
when it's hot, you're adjusting your air and your heat and things like that. So you just make the adjustments.
Hi, Colorful Fusion. How are you? Happy Saturday.
Woo-woo.
Thank you guys for throwing up the likes. Hit the likes, the hearts. You can send stars as well. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you're enjoying this discussion.
Woo-woo.
We're almost to the really, really good part.
We are.
Okay. All right.
All right. I remember a couple of years ago, I looked in the mirror and I saw that there were wrinkles under my eyebrows, like right here. I'm like, I didn't think you could get wrinkles there, but I guess you can.
Yes.
And I thought, okay, if that's how we're going to roll, that's what we're going to do. I have a 15-year-old daughter, and she came into my bedroom the other day. She said, Mommy, I've got a wrinkle on my forehead. Right here. Like, I mean, she's gorgeous. She's just beautiful. And she said, I need Botox. I'm like, oh my, girl, what do you know about Botox? 15?
Wow.
15. And I said, listen, honey, you see all these? Oh, and these? I earned all of them, right? And so be proud, you're going to earn these.
Yes.
But I will say that some days it's easier than others. And during COVID, when we were all on the screen all the time, and I would look at myself, I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Right? What is this? And so it's not always easy. It's not always easy to take that positively, right?
Correct.
And you have to make a commitment, and you have to say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to do this gracefully. I'm going to help myself. I'm going to have to change my nutrition back to the change, right? Because what used to work doesn't work today anymore.
Correct.
Right? So what else needs to change in my routine? How do I glow again? And even with the wrinkles, right? They're just part of the new beauty,
Yes.
right?
Yes, that's
Absolutely.
true.
I love that.
That's true. I'd like to make one quick comment. I use an analogy in my practice all the time when I'm speaking with patients about we are like vehicles, automobiles. The more miles we put on our vehicle, the more change occurs. And so you have to provide more maintenance routinely, not necessarily more avenues of maintenance, but more routine maintenance. So that piggybacks on what you said, Kirsten, about the fact that, you just have to make the adjustments and make the changes. So again, we're like cars, the more miles.
A few more layers of
Yes.
lotions and creams these days, right?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to buy a new car every time, you hear ping, you just, more routine.
I'm just gonna be a classic one day.
I love it.
I'm just be a classic.
Exactly.
Meaning it's rare, hard to find. You gotta get a special tag and have a special mechanic.
Yeah, get the antique tag, huh?
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I
And
love
this,
it.
ladies and gentlemen, is why I have these wonderful ladies on my I couldn't have said it better myself, right?
I'm like with car.
Yeah.
It's gonna be classic.
And I see it as, with me, turning 50, a few months ago. It's like aging like fine wine.
Mhm.
The best wines have aged.
I call you Chianti.
Yeah.
That's a very classic
Classic.
wine.
And I'm gonna just, make it short with me, embracing change. I know that change comes. I've went through a lot of changes throughout the years, not just as aging. And so I see change as a part of growth, for me.
Absolutely.
It is a part of growth. And I prepare myself for changes that I know that will happen. A lot of the changes I don't know, but I adapt to those. The changes I do know that's going to come, I prepare for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very important, and I'll get into what I mean by preparing. And we're going to start, and we're going to just talk about, with women, we will one day, some of us, different symptoms, some of us maybe have none, but it's perimenopause and menopause. Once you get to a certain age, and it can start, 35?
Yes.
For perimenopause, it can start younger, yes.
Yes.
And so that's kind of what I want to touch on first, and it was quick for me to tell you how I embrace change because I'm ready for it, and I know that's a part of life. And that's how I can be positive because I know that change happens and I adapt to it. And no, it's not easy, but I have to shed a little bit of a light on a change that might be tough and try to find some type of positive aspect out of it. And I'm going to give you this definition out of the web in MD, okay, not D, MD, but the web. Perimenopause is a natural part of aging it can last for years. It's at a time when women's menstrual cycles become irregular and their ovaries gradually stop working. Symptoms are caused by changing levels of hormones in the body, and it can start as early as your mid-30s. So that's with our perimenopause. And I'll just go over just a little bit of the symptoms because we all know that a lot of people have these symptoms that come with perimenopause. You get irregular periods, hot flashes, mood swings, night sweats, infertility, joints and muscle aches. You could be sore, you didn't even work out. You're like, what's really going on. So some women experience those, some women don't experience any of those.
Correct.
Okay, let's just call it what it is. Some don't experience, some do.
Correct.
And some symptoms are more mild than others. You know, so everybody is different. But these are some of the things that you might deal with, your changes in your skin elasticity.
Yes.
You might gain a little bit of weight. You know, your nails become brittle. Let's go on and on. It's a lot. Whew. So it's what y'all see what we go through. I need my men on this live too, so you can know what your lady might go through. So you can, you know,
understand.
yes, they need to understand. So this live is not just for women. I need my men on there too, engaging with me, because sometimes, you know, we women, we do go through a lot of different changes. A lot of us, you know, bring life into this world, so our body goes through so many different changes. It's natural. It's a natural part of life. And then we you know, there's, you know, changes in, you know, sexual things. You know, some people have them, some people don't. There can be discomfort. You know, or we could go, you know, up a little bit. The libido maybe, you know, goes up a little bit. So everybody is different, right?
That's correct.
We'll get into that. We'll deep dive into that later, because that's another topic. So I don't want to hit on that too much today, because that's a different topic. Okay.
Yes.
So I look forward to that one too. You know, you might have anxiety. Your mood might change. You might become irritable. You might feel a little depressed. You know, you go through that. That's where you pick up that phone. And like the last month, we talked about relationships.
Yes.
And the importance of having healthy relationships.
Yes.
Call that friend
Right.
that you can talk to, that you can vent to, that does not judge you. Okay.
Right.
And that's having a healthy relationship. That's the part that feeds right into this. And of course, you know, hair loss or thinning of the hair, that could also go with those symptoms of perimenopause. And then eventually you'll go into menopause. And menopause is the permanent cessation of menstruation. So that means that it's been 12 months consecutive.
Yes.
12 months of no period. Okay. And I know a lot of people may be confused on that. And so I wanted to, you know, put that in there as well. Of course, no, the hormones, estrogen, it's no longer, you know, and at that point you can no longer get pregnant. Right. So that's the difference in your perimenopause and menopause. Did I miss anything there? I just wanted to shorten it up. I didn't want to go all the way down into it, you know. So I said we're not healthcare professionals, but what we are women.
That's true.
Yes, ma'am.
And while you think you know what you're getting yourself into, you really have no idea
No
at this
idea.
point. In my household, that meant me, who has always been cold. In the middle of summer, I used to be cold. It didn't matter. Now it's the opposite, and I am always hot, and the rest of the family's always complaining.
Yeah.
It's so cold in this house. No, it's not. It's perfect.
That's right, Dana. That's right, Dana.
That's right.
The symptoms are different for every woman. That's right.
They are.
Absolutely.
They are.
So let me
And
tell
they're
y'all
different for different cultures.
in the different cultures. And don't let, I see a lot of, you know, advertising about, you know, women sweating and this, that, and other. I just, you know, I don't like to highlight the negatives. I know that comes with it, don't get me wrong. But I want to feed into you in a positive light.
Yes.
Right?
That's
I
right.
want to prepare you, you know, to be able to go through something. Don't think go through. I'm probably not going to experience what you experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
True.
And vice versa. So all I can do is really, you know, when you're talking to me, I listen to you and I learn from you. You know, even though I might not go through it, right?
Correct.
And I
Right.
might,
Right.
but I listen and I learn from your experience.
Yes.
And we share, right, how we
Mhm.
can help ourselves. You gave me a great tip with
Mhm.
primrose oil.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome early on. At some point, that didn't work anymore. But like it was herbal substances, natural, right, supplements that help, and
Right. That
So-
help.
that got me through the
Right.
first level.
Mhm.
I think I'm like I'm activating like level 5 now, something like that.
Right, because what your body has to do something naturally.
Exactly.
That's right.
That you probably
That's
you
right.
won't be able to stop. That has to go through it.
Exactly.
Right? And once it's gone, it's got to go through it, right? But what we can do is, and I'll hit on that at the end of this, is take care of our bodies while it's going through, while it's doing what it needs to do naturally.
Now be mindful. Some symptoms some people are having. I can say, and I can speak for me. I thought I was going through it, but I realized I just need to get up off my butt.
I'm getting to that.
Because
I'm getting to that.
I've been there, done that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And thinking about it's right. Menopause or perimenopause,
And
it's
it's
like,
not. You just need to
No.
get up and
go
move.
to the doctor, and she was like, "No, not yet."
But
She's like, "Are you trying to speed it up?"
we're getting to that next.
Can we
I'm so
speed
glad.
through it?
So
Yeah,
glad
no,
you mentioned
not
that.
how
So
it works. Yeah.
glad. So I just wanted to, give you that little bit of that difference of perimenopause and menopause. It's a natural and normal part of aging. Okay.
Yes, it is.
And so, I think that's important for us to understand that our body, has to go through some changes, right?
Yes.
Even when we're trying to just say if we're, somebody is, you're trying to burn body fat, build muscle, right? You have to go through those changes.
Yes, it's true.
It doesn't just happen overnight. It comes with being consistent.
Yes.
And you see your body changing. You might, retain water for a few days. You'd be like, okay, why is the scale saying this? Or why is it saying this? This is your body going through those changes so that you can look a certain way. Right?
And it's no
so,
different for men either, right? How they used to change their nutrition to lose that belly fat doesn't work for many
doesn't.
men.
Exactly.
It's a
Right?
different way.
Yeah. And
There's another thing in that regarding the change, and that you need to know your body first.
Yes.
If you do not know your body,
Right.
you're not knowing what's coming as far as a change. You may consider it an illness, and it's not necessarily an illness. It's a change because of the maturity that you're about to engage in, and the lane you're getting ready to travel. And so know your body first. So when the change comes, you'll accept it not as an illness or something bad, but something to embrace and receive.
Absolutely. And then, so, I want to go into, the weight loss, because a lot of women, they fear, gaining weight, especially if they've really been, consistent with their patterns. They eat pretty good. They, and they still feel like they're gaining weight. Of course, it's because the hormones are changing, right?
Absolutely.
And so what I want to do is I want to tell you, continue to, balance, right? Continue to have balance. Continue to do your strength training and your cardiovascular training. That is so important. Incorporate every now and then. I will incorporate with my clients a little bit of high intensity movements in with the workout, because that's also good. So you don't want to just stay on, the same just pace all the time, right? It's balanced, and you want to get into it. Sometimes good to do the high intensity interval training, which is we call HIIT. Incorporate that into your workouts as well. Get that heart rate up, right?
Yes.
And then just, bring it back down, get it back up. Those are very good. So I would say, get a balance in your workout. Also, another good thing,
I gotta make a point here.
Yep.
My balance has a name.
Yes.
And that name is
Exactly.
She's the one that brings the balance to my workout.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yes. And another thing too, and I know this is totally out there, but if you do have a fitness coach, I like to call it coach. If you have a fitness coach, make sure your coach listens to you. I think that's important.
Yes.
Even if they make fun of you on occasion when you don't pick up the weight they said you were going to pick up.
They're telling on me, y'all. Your clients go through things on a daily, and so you got to know how to see that.
Correct.
Yes.
And just because they say it's too heavy doesn't mean like they wussing out. No, it might be too heavy, right?
It was.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But I listen, but I know too, but they just kind of want to get by, sometimes.
That's right.
Every now and then. So I have to listen, but I know my clients. I have a relationship with my clients.
Mm-hmm.
So I know them, right? And I know when they go through things. So I know when they go, sometimes when they walk in the door, they'll say, "D, such and such happened today." So
That's usually me.
and I know how to start them out so they can, work their way back up. So it's just a way. It's just for me. I've established a relationship with my clients. That's just what it is, and I pretty much know them. I know what type of mood they're gonna be in when we get started, and I already know how they're gonna feel when we finish.
Yes.
So
She just know before I get out the car.
Right. Right. And then sometimes I'll put on a song that they might like. It's Friday, then
Friday,
Sunday, but it's Friday. Work out on the Friday. I bring that in. So.
Or you'll get in there and do it with us.
Or I get in there and do it. I'll get to dancing.
Yes.
I'll dance and just break it down. And so that'll also be.
Come on. And then before you know it, you're trying to keep up with these, and you've forgotten about everything that happened earlier.
That's right.
Yeah, we
Because you're trying to keep up with her.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
So back on track. Yoga is also great. Why, D? Why yoga? I believe that, we all need stretching, of course, after, the tough workouts, right? Yoga is awesome. Yoga is not easy either now. Let me just clear that up. But it's good for meditating, right?
Yes.
And another thing that you deal with, perimenopause, menopause, or whatever, is sleep issues. Sometimes you can't sleep solid all the way through the night. You're up and down. So yoga helps, I think, relax the body because you can meditate. And I think that will help with your overall sleep patterns. And if you're sleeping properly, then the weight gain won't be much of an issue.
Correct.
Okay, because your body gets those, you get into your deep sleep, right? And in that way, your body recovers, correct? And you sleep better. And I don't think at that point when you sleep well and you get enough sleep, then you won't have the cortisol build up.
Yes.
And that's what contributes to the weight gain. Okay.
That makes so much sense. And you have all these cravings that are crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
People don't get enough
choices.
sleep,
Yeah.
and that's why. And they wonder why they're hungry for not so healthy foods. Is because their body is not getting enough rest.
Your sleep, that's giving your body an opportunity to restore and reproduce and manufacture the nutrients that we do manufacture within ourselves without actually having to take supplements. So you do need rest. So your body can make what it needs to make for the next day.
Yeah, she said yoga is great. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hey, Linda, I miss you too. How are you, darling? I miss you too. That's one of my old school by interest members right there.
Okay.
I love it. Yes. Okay, so we're getting to the eating because the nutrition is important. So when you're going through these changes in life, okay, whether it be, keep your hair healthy, your skin healthy, pretty, tight, nutrition is so important and taking in the proper foods. I brought in the fruit, to do that little exercise that we did, but any type of live foods that, come from the earth. So I want to, feed myself more live foods that gives me life, right? I feel like that's so important when we're going through changes, when you're going through, just say stressful times, or you feel like your hair thin. You might not be getting the proper vitamins and minerals throughout these changes. So make sure that you try to incorporate more healthy foods, more foods that are live, that man hasn't really had his hands on. Okay.
And how about the time of day that we eat? Because I ask you often about certain foods, what time should I eat? And Dee gives me a lot of tips on that. And she's like, no, you don't need a sweet potato at 9 at night. So
Right. Now that I wouldn't say, I wouldn't do like carbohydrates like that at nighttime. But see,
right.
everybody's body is different though. Some people metabolize that just fine. So everybody's different. Right. Everybody's different. If you got a goal in mind, right?
Right.
So if your goal is to, allow your body to burn fast, you can lose weight, it's certain things you might not need at 9 o'clock at nighttime.
Correct.
Right. But it depends on if I'm working night shift, that's my day. That's my day.
Right.
And that's the person's nighttime. So that I would have to, their meal plan will be the same but different than yours.
Correct.
Because they can probably have that potato or something like that and because this is their day. So my clients that work overnight shifts, I just have to flip it with them.
Right.
So everybody's body is different. And you could sometimes maybe eat that sweet potato, right? Because it just depends on how you've had your nutrition going on throughout the day.
Yes.
Right? And so as long as you tend not to overeat, I think that's the main thing, is to overeat.
Correct.
But every individual is different. And so that's how I plan their nutrition program. That's a good question though, because she loves sweet potatoes, right? She loves sweet potatoes. I do too, though.
I'm texting her like, can I have a sweet potato?
I know she loves sweet potatoes.
Make sure you'll give us what vegetable.
Right. I'll give y'all a vegetable too. Right, but that's a very, very good question. Yeah. So it just depends. I'm gonna do it. If you had it one night, it's not gonna do anything to you or anything like that. But I would just say don't consistently do that. Yeah, because I'll give you other alternatives that you can do if you get hungry, in the evening time like that, right?
Right.
Yes.
But yeah, we do know sweet potatoes are very healthy, very good for you. But there's a place and a time for different types of foods, right?
Yes.
So back to, we talked about the exercise part. I wanted to, and we talked about, improving your energy and improving your sleep habits and all that different stuff. Make sure you're getting the proper vitamins and minerals. There are different vitamins and minerals we need, just like she said about the car, the maintenance is different things that it needs the longer you have it. So it's just like, we want to put the good gas in our car. So it's just like, think about you are a luxury vehicle. You don't want to just put regular gas in a luxury vehicle. So we're not going to put regular foods in us either.
There was a statistic that came out last week that said 70% of foods in the U.S. are processed foods.
Mm-hmm.
So it is hard to make the right choices, right?
And
you really have to know what you're doing.
I believe that, because that's why I say foods that are closest to its natural state as possible.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Because
we all become farmers.
Yeah, we are a processed nation, right? Or a country.
Yes.
You go to a lot of other countries, their foods are so natural. You can take natural flavors in the food.
Yes.
It is so different, States, you have so much food that has been processed because it, taste, quote unquote. But once I think you have to train your palate, to eat healthy and to eat and taste the flavor of the naturalness of the food, and if you don't do that now, just start to create a habit of it. And I guarantee you, I would say within a short period of time, you will taste the natural flavor of the foods that you eat if you kind of cut back on the processed foods, right?
Correct.
And processed foods just don't break down well in your body.
Right.
And so that's why, people tend to gain weight easier from eating those foods. And, as we age, our digestive systems don't work as well as they did 20 years ago, right?
Correct.
If you're 50 and 25 years ago, you eat those hot wings from French fries, and you're good, right? But you can't do that quite now.
No.
30 years later, your body does not digest and break that down properly. And so that's why we go back to what we were saying at the beginning of the year about resetting and cleansing and detoxifying the body, because our digestive systems have changed, and that's just what it is. That's another part of change of aging, correct?
Yes.
All right, so I mentioned the vitamins and minerals. I won't go into all the things that you need to take, because everybody's different, and I don't want to really, put that type of information, but I will tell you this. Make sure that you're taking the proper vitamins and minerals. And you can pretty much look at it. She mentioned the evening primrose oils. All oils are those natural oils, flaxseed oils. All those oils are really good. I give the ashwagandha, the maca root and black cohosh, and those different things like that. So it's natural herbs. But I always say though, before you go to start taking stuff,
Right.
Let's go back. What we say, consult your who.
Your physician,
Right.
yes.
Consult your physician, because you can always take natural products, but if you're taking other medications, they might bump heads. Okay.
Exactly.
So talk to your doctor. Hey doc, I want to, start, of course, say if you want to take your vitamin D, of course we take vitamins, but you still want to let your doctor know, your different vitamins, minerals, herbs, and different things like that you might be taking. Talk to your doctor. Okay. Because I don't know what everybody's taking as far as their medications. Okay. Consult your physician.
And some vitamins can store up in your body, right, and calcify. So you have to be
careful.
Right.
You have to be careful. Okay, you don't
Take
want
too
these
much.
to bump heads, and then now you be like, okay, if this ain't working, well, it's probably why. So talk to your doctor, consult your physician. Okay,
Yes.
it's a disclaimer. Not the DMD, but the WMD. WebMD. Okay, and another thing that's good too. I definitely want to throw this in there. When you're going through change, all right, you might want to just do that or take it out. I'm sorry, I know I probably stepped on a few people's toes, especially with perimenopause and menopause, because that's going to contribute to those hot flashes. I said how I did it. Right.
She threw a fireball.
Right. That's going to contribute to them hot flashes, because it's going to mess up your body temperature. Okay, so let's just take that out a little bit. I think anyways, like we talked about last month, right? I think that's something that you should limit or avoid, especially if you have a problem with having it, every day. Like I said, all these things I'm telling you, I've experienced it with clients. Clients have gone through this. Okay, they can't have one or two drinks. They don't know how to do that. So you're going to have to just take it all the way out, because you don't know balance yet, right? You don't know moderation yet. So you might have to take that out, because it's doing more harm than good, of course. But if you know how to balance, you can do one, on the weekend, a drink or two, and that's it. But I would say, limit or avoid, alcohol, spicy foods, caffeine. A lot of caffeine, especially if you're drinking coffee throughout the day, that's not good either. That's going to contribute more to those symptoms. Okay, we got that. Did I make that one clear?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
I would say too, also what helps with, my women that go through the hot flashes too. I think eating cool foods, like cucumbers. Cucumbers, any type of fruit like that, melons. I think anything. Just think about foods that calm you. Right. Mm-hmm. And doesn't that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
Just normal stuff. Just eating healthy and just eating healthier. Not to say that you can't ever go get your favorite, slice of pizza but it's all about balance. But you want to more so as we age, we got to understand that we got to take care of this temple. We got to take care of our bodies. We want to feel good. We want to look good. And so by putting good foods in your body, that contributes to your overall health and well-being. Correct? All right. So we're winding. We're coming down. We're bringing it in. We're bringing it in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We're bringing it in. We're bringing it in. Anybody got any questions? So we're going to take this last one to 10 more minutes. Okay. We're going to take 10 minutes. Is that good, moderator? Okay.
We'll make
you let me run this today.
We'll make it do it.
She let me run it today. Okay, so 10 more minutes. If anybody have any questions for me, take this time. Ask me, please. I love answering questions.
I have a comment about the yoga.
Okay.
That, many women may want to hear, because I get questions and have conversation with a lot of friends and associates. Yoga relaxes your internal body, so it allows you to eliminate. Because oftentimes as we going through menopause and perimenopause, your internal body is confused, your digestion is confused. So, but that yoga will relax your internal body and allow you to eliminate. And so you may want to consider, like she indicated, yoga. I'm not sure what Pilates actually does because I've never done that, but any type of relaxation exercise will relax everything in your
Mindfulness,
body. Yep,
meditation.
mindfulness.
Yeah.
Yes,
That works for me.
absolutely, because we not only go through physical changes, but we go through mental changes,
Yes.
social changes. You know, as we age, we may hang out with a different group of people. You know, we might surround ourselves with a different
Absolutely.
group of people.
Cut people
And
off
so
when we need to cut
we
them
might
off.
cut
People.
people off.
Toxic.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
toxic.
Absolutely. That's right. Yes. You know, cutting out toxic people out of your life.
Yes.
And you know, surrounding yourself with positive people. And that was on our last discussion, you know, surrounding yourself with people who are supportive and loving, you know.
Exactly.
Absolutely, you know what I'm saying? So because we know that we all go through things in this life where none of us are exempt through going through change.
Correct.
You know, and I think it's so important that we have people in our lives that embrace us, you know, just embrace our differences, correct? You know, and so I'm just blessed to have these wonderful ladies in my life and others that you guys don't see, you know, right here. But you know, before we get to the end, you guys ask me questions. I need somebody to ask me a question.
Well, Miss Linda sent some stars, so whoop,
Oh, thank you, Miss Linda.
and we
Thank you
gotta
guys
give it
for the
up for
stars.
Dana Marie. Dana, you are going to be
Yes.
our virtual cast member, virtual panelist, because she is being a good scribe, taking the
Yes.
notes and putting them in the
Yes.
comments.
Dana,
Thank you.
are you a supporter? Oh, thank you, Dana.
Yes.
Look at my supporters. I have my supporter group. I haven't even told y'all none of that stuff. Okay, go on with YouTube, subscribe to support. You can become a supporter. You can get a subscription to my Facebook page, subscribe on my YouTube. Now I was supposed to go live on my Instagram today. But I had so many different devices. I got to get used to being able to go live on my Instagram page, and we're gonna add that to the mix as well. So my Instagram people can, you know, join in on the fun as well. But thank you guys so much for joining. And Ward, my one of my male clients, what did he say about change?
He was super insightful. He used to have his own company. And when he made a decision that he was going to hand it over to somebody else, he stuck around for, I think he said 2 years, something like that. And he said it was so hard. It was so hard to let go of that baby and pass it on.
Wow.
And so, but kudos, right? And so what he does now is he passed that on into good hands. And now he's giving it back to the community, right?
Nice.
And all that knowledge on entrepreneurialism gotten with all the Georgia Tech folks,
Nice.
and, right, with the young students and company,
Very nice.
and so he completely channeled, right, all the learnings, talk about change and embracing that, right? It was really beautiful that he so openly admitted how hard that was for him.
Wow.
It was really cool, very cool.
Yeah. And I wanted to get his feedback because he's so bar. So I told him he would have to get up at 4 o'clock to get to me for the Saturday session.
Told him I would represent him.
So she's representing, you know, one of my male clients, and then I'll bring, you know, soon on the panel, one of my male clients, so that, you know, my guys can get a perspective as well. But you know, and I know we touched on menopause, perimenopause, but we know there's so many other changes in life. Like I say, you know, with the skin issue, with our skin as we age, right? When she mentioned the wrinkles and stuff like that, you know, what we can do is we can't stop the aging process, right? But we can slow it. And when I say slowing it, we aging gracefully, correct? And so what we put in our bodies and how we take care of our bodies, it can really just slow the process. And if you're putting harsh foods or unhealthy foods in your body all the time, that's going to speed it up.
Yes.
Okay, that's going to speed it up, because what happens is if you're putting, I had to say the word bad, but it's bad, unhealthy food in your body. It's hard. Your body has to work hard to break it
Absolutely.
down, and it's working, and then you're working, and then you're stressing, and then you're doing, and that is hard. Your body is working overtime. Okay, and that's why you have, sometimes, and this is real talk. You have a 50-year-old, and then you have a 30-year-old. But if you stand them right side by side, you would not know the ages unless they told you. Okay, so it's all about how we take care of our bodies, because the 50-year-old may look 30. Okay,
Yes. Like this one.
And then you
absolutely good example.
And some of it could be genetics as well. But I do, I do, take care of my body, and I embrace change. And I know that September come, I'm going to be another year older, right?
Yes.
I know that. I'm preparing myself for that. Just like I prepared myself for 50. I was like, you know what, you're ready to be 50. These are things that you're going to do. These are your goals right here for 50. This is what you got to adjust. Okay. And that's what I told myself. I wrote down my plans, how I wanted to adjust to the change, and how I wanted my body to adapt to the change. Right. I already prepared myself. I'm going to go back right quick. When I went to college, they said, D, watch out for the freshman 15. Was it 15 or 10? 15. The freshman 15. And I was like, what is that? They said, you're going to gain 15 pounds when you get in college. I said, no, not me. And and I made sure I prepared myself for that change, because I was like, why are you going to gain 15 pounds? I was trying to figure it out. I didn't really understand that concept, but then I knew now, because, with the cafeteria, there's, unlimited food, but I said, no. So I took weight training. I took fast fitness. Fast fitness was pretty much working in the gym. I took aerobics, which, was a part of my learning, experience with aerobics. I took all those classes to prepare myself, because I was like, I don't want to gain 15 pounds.
Yes.
So when they told me that, I was like, nope, I'm not. So let me prepare myself, because, I know we're going to be enjoying college life eating. So that's how I prepare myself for that. So just know, so same thing going forward. I know that each year, with God's blessings, that I will, be a year older. Thank God, because we want to see that.
That's
right.
Absolutely.
We want to see that new day.
Absolutely.
It's a new and beautiful day. Absolutely. Every day, no matter the weather, because we get to see another beautiful day.
Absolutely.
And so we know here our body is going to change, and we embrace that. Positivity that goes out there. We can always go and talk to the younger people and let them know you're not always going to be 20. You're not always going to be.
You think
15,
you are,
right?
You're not.
You're not going to always be 15.
That's
You're not going to always be 20. I remember when I was 21, 25.
Yeah.
I remember those times, and I knew that, I didn't know it was going to be this quick.
It's fast. It's definitely fast.
It shows up. It's there. You just thank God for it. I was talking to one of my followers too. I don't want to forget this, but she created a reel. And Miss Debbie, I don't know if she's watching now, but she created a reel where she was coloring her gray. And I commented and I said, no, sis, I said, embrace that gray. And, because, and I understand we all want to color our hair, and that's fine. It's okay. But learn how to embrace change, and it's okay. You got a little gray streak, because I think it's wisdom, right?
That's right.
It's wisdom. And embrace those changes, because we're not going to stay looking like we're 20, forever. But what we can do is slow that aging process,
and be a model for
Gracefully.
our children, right? This is this is really important to me, that I show my daughter that you can do that gracefully, right? Like you don't have to go.
Yeah. And I definitely, that's another thing with me, is to be able to reach out to the younger ladies as well. And know that just take your time, and just take your time. Don't try to be 30 yet.
Yes.
Or 40 yet.
Don't rush.
Don't rush.
It comes.
Yeah, it's gonna come, and you're not a quote unquote old lady. No, it's no. You're young at heart. You're beautiful. To all my young ladies, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. And I say that louder, like you're beautiful. Your body is beautiful. Everybody is different. You have to embrace your uniqueness, right? And even with the men, you're so handsome. You're different. Whether you're 6 feet or 5'3", you're handsome. Whether you're all bulk or if you're lean, you're handsome. Just take care of your body
and your mind.
Right? Because working out, you of course you release that stress, you release the tension, and I think too, also with working out too, if you ever notice people that consistently work out, they're always pretty much in a good mood. It does. It helps with your mood, everything. So everything just went back into, taking care of your body, no matter the changes that we may go through, whether it be, whether it be changes in your job. Can you still hear us? Whether it be changes in your job, any type of changes where you may have to relocate. You can still hear us good?
Checking that.
Okay. Can everybody hear us? Just making sure we're just doing a sound check right quick. If you could
keep going.
Okay. Sound check good. All right. Okay. Good. Look, I got the phone right here.
I got some wavelengths.
Okay. Okay. I can't. Okay. I'm not hearing this though. Can you hear us? I'm sorry.
I got little wavelengths, but we're at 10:20, so it's time for us to wrap it up.
So we're wrapping it up. Can everybody hear us?
I got some wavelengths.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
She said she gives.
Thank you.
Great. Okay. So now we're gonna wind down the live. Thank you guys for joining us. And this is it. I know we went over a little bit. I'm so sorry. So just always remember your lifestyle choices. The lifestyle choices that you make may slow down, or it can speed up the aging process. So make good lifestyle choices, healthy lifestyle choices, with healthy foods. Surround yourself with positive people. And thank you guys so much for joining us today. Embrace change.
Embrace.
Yes, it's a part of life.
Embrace.
It's a natural process that we go through in life. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. And on the replay, if you have any questions, please, put your questions in the chat. Thank you. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Thank you, guys.
See you next month.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
See y'all over there on YouTube, Facebook, folks. We'll see y'all later.